Welcome, collective, to your reading with Wise Oracle of the Light 1111. My name is Brandy. Welcome to the channel, those who are new. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Peace, love, and light. Beautiful, beautiful souls, collective. You are very beautiful souls. Gosh, you're powerful. Powerful, powerful. Before I get on into the basis of the reading, I would like to ring the singing bowl for you, calling in angels and spirit guides. Please guide this message for the collective. Please show us the messages that we need to hear and see for our highest good. Namaste. Whew, okay, yo, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I tried to fight the urge of doing a reading, but it was it was a real struggle fighting the urge, obviously, because here I am for you, collective. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Some of you already know how I do my readings, but for those who do not know, um, normally I keep my readings on and on from one reading to the next, trying my hardest not to leave you guys hanging. Um, I don't ask you to pay for readings. I don't do extendeds and have you pay for them. My extended readings are usually the very next reading behind it. I continue my readings on and on and on and on and on and on, and like the cycle of life, okay? Um, I do not do personal readings because I feel like they do get too personal. The collective readings for me are personal enough, and I just rather not do the personal readings, okay? So, um, also keep in mind that as human beings, we all individually hold the masculine and feminine energies within us individually. So, whereas the card may appear to be a male, you could be a female holding the masculine energy of the card, okay? So, just keep that in mind. I'm sorry, guys, if that offends you, to understand that you might actually have feminine energy within your meat suit, but yes, you do, okay? Don't get offended. It's just the facts, okay? I love you anyway. Y'all woke up in some type of mood. The last couple of nights, I have been having the strangest dreams, and I will not go into the dreams, but maybe some of you are also feeling some of this energy as well, just a weirdness. And today is April 7th, and tomorrow is April 8th, and we do have a solar eclipse as well. Okay, so right behind a lunar eclipse with a full moon, all of that exciting lineups on the planets out there in space, which is a miraculous, beautiful magical thing. Okay, we are in Earth, but we are not of Earth. I feel like we are more star seeds than anything. We are not physical meat suits. Okay, we come up out of the meat suit and we go into our next life. I feel like we've done this an infinite amount of times, and we'll do this an infinite amount of times after this particular one. Okay, um, I believe that the universal creator, God, is the most powerful, brilliant, that nothing compares to. And we have people out there saying, or still trying to grasp the answer of that. And I really feel like that we're not going to understand the power and the brilliance of the universe. It's just not possible. Okay, there's nothing that compares to the power and the brilliance of this. Whereas we do hold the power and brilliance within ourselves, we just could not be as powerful and brilliant as the almighty universe. Okay, God. So now that I've gotten that out of the way, I would like to. I don't want to say I'm going to shuffle the cards, because I really don't care to shuffle the cards. I try to shuffle them here and there, but the best I have in my shuffling cards, I will cut the deck for you, just so you can see it is at least cut, that the deck is not set. This is my shuffling. Look at that. Right out the gate, y'all. Right out the gate. The Chariot. Look, I can't even. Okay, because there is some. There. And for me, I'm just going to go right out and say that. For me, the whole Dark Nights of the Soul kind of thing, you collective, and the collective I feel here is more of the feminine energy, whereas you have been dealing with some types of masculine energy that wants to come in with all this indecision, indecisive, rushing kind of stuff, and it's kind of toxic. And I feel like mostly that it is the masculine energy in this point in time, through all of these alignments and the planets and all of that, that they are going through these dark nights of the souls and having these enlightenments, and realizing that whether it's a marriage, a commitment of any kind, that they're realizing what's got them where they're at, and what they've lost through the process, what they never really got to experience through all of it. Because yes, guys, I am not a religious person. I feel like religion is more man-made than the spiritual sense. Um, but the religion will have you believe that you should find your soulmate, get married, blah 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 blah. But you should always stay with that person, no matter what. And me being a non-religious person, I don't feel that is the case, guys. Like if you're in a marriage even, and you're the best you can be, you're a pure heart and soul, and you're doing everything that's right, and you know if you are pure, you know if you have the evil intent in your relationships or not, okay. And if you're a loving, caring, giving person, true to your heart, true to your soul, pure intent, you deserve it in return. And if you're in a relationship of any kind and you are that person, but you're not getting it in return, you should not hold yourself obligated to have to stay in something that you are not being respected, that you are not getting the same thing that you are giving. You get you get what you give. You give what you get. Okay? If you are a pure soul, and only you know this, you know if you're doing things out of the shadiness, you know you're doing things if you're being selfish and only being evil and toxic, you know this. So if you know you're in some type of a marriage or a commitment, just because you have a kids or anything like that, if you're not getting this in return, you shouldn't keep giving to it. You shouldn't. You should do what you need to do. That's best for you. You're a good person. You know this. You already know this. It's not just black and white here. The white horse, the black horse. This chariot, the chariot is rushing into this. Okay, I don't. For me, it's more of an action card. Like, now, whether they're actually taking the action to, do they really want to? They do. Whoever this individual is, whoever this energy is, whether it be a male or a female, okay? Just because there's a male in the card doesn't mean that this has to be a male. It could be a female, just holding some of that masculine rush kind of energy. And sometimes being impulsive is not a good thing, but I don't think this masculine energy is being impulsive about it. And if because they've been in a situation for an amount of time. I don't know if it's been 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, whatever the case. They've been thinking about this for some time, and they already know what their situation is and what they're not getting there, but yet they stay in it, thinking and using their thoughts, and their heart is in somewhere else when they're staying wherever it is they're at, and they're really acting like it's no big deal. Like, I'm okay. I got my family, even though I'm not being treated the way I want to be treated, but I got a house. I got all the nice uh glitters and gold kind of stuff, and I really feel for this masculine energy. I guess that's me being the feminine energy that I am. I'm a loving, caring, compassionate, empathic person. That I have a heart and I feel. I feel. I don't want to say I feel sorry, but it's another way of explaining. Because you feel bad for somebody like this that doesn't, their hands feel tied, like they don't feel like they can do anything about it, but they're more concerned about what society thinks, and they might lose their house, they might lose their vehicle, they might have to change jobs in order to get away from it, and they don't know if they want to do all of that. They don't know. They just don't know. I want to pull some more cards before I keep talking, y'all. Let's see what we get. I'm a little shocked that that is the first card that came out, because in your previous readings, collective, we have been feeling this masculine. Look, whoever the masculine is, they already know, y'all. They know. They've had this enlightenment about it, and I feel like they're going through a deep dark night of the soul. And they've had many, many dark nights of the soul, but I don't think they've realized it. I don't think they realize that it's because of what they stay stuck in that brings them to this kind of energy. And I feel like at this point, for as many times as we've done a reading and this situation has been what it's been, I feel like they're really wanting to make this decision, guys, and because it's emotional. Page of Cups, when pigs fly, and the heart down here, people take their hands, make that heart, and he's thinking about it. He's thinking about putting a, he's thinking about it, y'all. But that's the problem. This masculine's been just thinking about it. But with the chariot coming out, I feel like they actually want to do it, but they want to do it impulsively, and I don't, they can't do it like that. They have to make sure they clear this karma with whatever they're dealing with, and they have to cut cords here. They're gonna have to cut them all. They cannot leave one cord attached to this past or whatever they're in. They cannot do this. They can't. They can't do this, especially if their intentions are to come towards you with that chariot, and because if they're the chariot's out because maybe they just want to impulsively get out of what they're in, but they've been like this for quite some time now. You know, they've been trying to rush out of it, and at this point, I don't. For me, it's not a rush out of it. It's more like a maybe it's they feel like time is running out if they're trying to come towards you, collective, for example. Maybe they feel like time is running out and it's only a matter of time before someone else, another masculine, because you, collective, are a beautiful, powerful being. You might actually be a female. You're beautiful. You're a natural beauty. You're powerful. You're single. You're independent. You're strong. And masculine energy loves that. Loves it. They always want a good woman, but yet they end up with these ladies who only take them for their money and stuff like that. And how big of a house can you put me in, kind of stuff, you know? But you have the energy of like, they're definitely going through it, y'all. It's thoughts of the mind. You see him, he's holding his head. He's done with thinking about it. He's had enough. He's probably got a lot of headaches. And look at this guy in the back of him. He's like he's seeing. He's got an enlightenment. It's driving this whoever this is, this masculine. It's driving him. There's even for me. Look at it. If you look closely, looks like blood down there. Like I don't like that, guys, because maybe it's just a metaphor for a bleeding heart, but this, or maybe, you know, the old them, like we see, always see that death and rebirth card. You know, this person definitely needs a rebirth here. They need to, they've already gone through the death. They already understand. They do. They already know that whatever they're in isn't good for them, and it hasn't been. And I feel like they might be realizing that if they are married, that the reason why they have gotten married in the first place wasn't because of true love. It wasn't. It was because possibly they were with someone, you know, and there was a pregnancy that happened. And with the religion and society, well, you got to do the right thing, especially for guys. You got to marry her. So he married her. And this is where we're at today. I don't know how many kids later. I don't know how many. Uh, I don't know how many split ups. You know, there was we break up, get back together, break up, get back together kind of energy, and every time they get back together, you think it's beautiful. It goes smooth, but then it goes right back to where it was before, and you're feeling like, uh, uh, um, here I am doing the same thing again. You know, I thought we were gonna be, but it's not. I mean, it's obvious karma, bad karma, like a karmic. Whereas there's a lesson that needs to be learned here, and it's not being learned. And if it is being learned, if it was understood, they haven't done anything about it. But with the chariot here, I feel like that's exactly what they are about to do. I feel like that is exactly what they're about to do, y'all. And collective, I'm not trying to get you to expect it, but because I don't want you, and I don't think you will, collective. You will not wait for nothing. You won't. You're a happy-go-lucky person. You do your best, even on days when you don't feel like it. You still keep a smile on your face. Whereas this masculine energy is definitely doing their best, I guess, but they're not wearing a smile on their face. They're not all happy and go lucky about it. You can tell, like they're the people around them can see that they're not exactly, there's something off about this masculine energy. They're like, you used to be, happy. What happened? Why you not happy? And you can't talk. The masculine can't talk to nobody, because if they do, the connection between this masculine and whoever they're with, their friends, and his friends are her friends, and her friends are her friends, and he might be outnumbered by her family. He may have a smaller family than she does, and he's more outnumbered. So if they get into arguments and things like that, she's got more of a backup than he does, and he feels ganged up on. This masculine energy might have a lot of materialistic gain, a lot of um financial ability here, but and whereas yeah, we got that phrase, money can't buy happiness, blah blah blah, but that's kind of true, y'all. It is kind of true. Money don't buy love. You can't buy pure love. You can't. No matter how big of a house you have, no matter how brand new of a car you have, unless it's yours and only yours, then that's a difference. It can make you happy, it can, but that's on you. But if you trying to bring this into that specifically, it especially if you're a man trying to impress a female. Some females will fall for all of that money, 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 money stuff. You don't, collective. Yes, it's good to have nice things. It's nice to have a roof over your head. You do like to have nice things, but it don't have to be what society thinks is nice. It's makes you happy, and that's what matters. Whereas this masculine energy isn't doing what makes him happy. He's doing what makes his partner happy, the person he might be with, his family, her family, friends. It's not about, or his kids. It's not about him. It's not about him, and he knows this. He very well knows this. But I feel like the masculine feels like if he shows that, then it makes him look like a particular person, and that's not true. Who cares what they think? You've already done what you can do for the situation, and you know this. You know this. Passion. Like, hot for you, collective. Really hot for you. And that's another thing. That's also, a man is gonna be all physical about how big is her batoon town and stuff like that. But that's not love. It's not unconditional love. You should love people unconditionally, without conditions, without expecting anything. You want to help people without anything in return. This is how it should be. That is what charity work is like. You don't go to the homeless man or the Jerry's kids and say, here, I did this for you, now you got to do this for me. You don't do that stuff. It's like people who say, well, I did this for this person, it's going to come back to me. Whether it comes back to me from that person or in another way, you're still expecting something. You just give and don't expect. And I feel like that's a little bit what this person does. They give without expectations, but then they're like, but I'm even love. I'm not getting love. I don't expect you to give me all your money and put me in. I don't. I can do that for myself. What I want is love. What I need, love. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny, so don't get offended if that is the case, okay? It was a sarcastic laugh because I'm talking about the love, and this person is not getting it at all. Not at all. Not at all. We're just seeing the Three of Wands, and here comes the Three of Swords. The threes keep coming out on this masculine energy, the toxic third party kind of stuff. And collective, never put in your head that you are a third party and toxic, because you are not. And I'm going to let you know at this point, before it rolls into a second video, that we'll probably get a part two, because I'm looking at it and we're already at 25 minutes. And my recordings only go up to about 30 something minutes. So if it rolls over, just keep in mind that there will be a part two, okay? There probably will be, because the energy is... Ugh. I really feel like this person is hurt and screaming inside. Whereas they're walking around and they're doing things, they continue to go to work, they continue to take care of their family, they continue to do what they, and I don't want to say what they feel is right, because it's not what they feel is right, it's what society and other people around them feel is right. They're not doing what they feel is right, because what they feel is right is to leave where they're at and take care of themselves, love themselves, and get the love that they deserve, but they don't do it. And that is what's right. What's true to your heart is what's right. If you're in a situation here and you don't feel what you deserve, what you know is true to your heart, you're just gonna keep getting all of this toxic energy, this broken heart, this you cannot get out of your head, you can't sleep at night, and you're walking around in life more like on an autopilot, and it's not really a happy moment for you. And people are looking at you and they see it and maybe not even say anything about it, but some people may be like, "What's wrong with you today?" And you're like, "Nothing. I'm all right. Nothing. I'm all right. Nothing. I'm fine. I'm okay. Look at me. I'm doing the family man thing. I'm living my life. Yeah, I smile, but I'm not. You could tell when I smile that it's not really a smile, and I'm not really happy. And I got headaches all the time. I can't sleep at night. If you're eating, you're barely eating. You might not be doing things like you used to do them, and people are starting to notice, especially if you're in a commitment, a marriage, or anything like that. That person knows. That person already knows. And whether the person that they're dealing with is a toxic person and selfish kind of person, especially being a female, feminine energy is still intuitive. We're all intuitive and we feel it. A lot of us don't say that we feel it. We keep that kind of stuff to ourselves, but the person that this masculine is with is definitely getting, they know. They know, and they like, "I got you right where I want you, hook, line, and sinker. You not going nowhere. I got you. I got you bonded to me for the rest of your life. You are not going anywhere." And you should be like, "I don't think it. I'm out." The person that this energy is with probably is let's say if they do have a Facebook, which most people do, they're more concerned about how many likes they're going to get on their profile picture or whatever they post, how many views they might get. This is the type of person that are like, "Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me," kind of stuff. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. When you should not be living your life like that. Whatever you're doing shouldn't have anything to do with anyone else except for what you truly want. Who cares what anyone else thinks? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares, masculine? Who cares? More than she obviously cares way too much. Way too much. And she doesn't care with the heart. She doesn't care like that. She doesn't. And if she does care anything, it's more about herself. I feel like if this is, a female on the other side of this, if she is a mother, she does have kids, and I'm not saying she doesn't love her kids at all, because obviously a mother will love her kids, but it's a different kind of love. It's not a love where she wants to get up in the morning with her kids and do all the dolly stuff. If she got daughters, she kind of gets annoyed with her kids and pushes them on daddy and makes daddy, I can't deal with the crying baby. Can you take care of this and kind of stuff. You ladies get that. Some of you ladies get it, where I'm going with that. And I'm not saying collective that at all, that you are that type of energy. I'm saying that this energy is dealing with that type of energy. Got to get up late in the middle of the night or early wee hours in the morning, knowing they got to go to work and still take care of them kids at night, because she's too lazy to get out of bed to take care of her kids, because she's too tired. She don't have the energy for it. She wants to be waited on hand and foot kind of stuff. It's too many cards, but I did see the Queen of Cups. This person, little did I know, they're more spiritual. If they are a religious type person, well, here comes the Three of Pentacles. If they are a religious person, they are more spiritual than they realize. They've had the understanding, and I think they might even start to go into this direction, where they're starting to look at readings, tarot readings and stuff like that, to get different perspective on things, because religion will have you come to this, and then there's a chance of either the blue sky, white puff cloud heaven, or the fires of hell, and then that's the end of it. When it's a life cycle that goes on and on and on, and it tells you even in the Bible that there is no end and no beginning, but we've got a beginning that comes to an end, and it makes absolutely no sense here. And you're stuck in loveless relationships with kids, bringing children into this. You think God is okay with us bringing little babies into this toxic stuff that's going on? You really think that this is what God wants here? And I'm feeling like the masculine energy is like, wait a minute, hold on.